Every few years, a powerful country invades a weaker one. They say it's for freedom. They say it's for democracy. They say it's to protect you. But here is the question nobody in the news asks you. Who gets paid and who pays the price? Uh, let's go back to school for 1 minute. When you were a child, your history book probably told you that empires rise because of brave kings, great generals, or a desire to civilize the world. That's a beautiful story. It's just not true. Empires do not happen by accident. They are built brick by brick by a very small group of people who have no simple goal to take wealth from other place and bring it home. Land, oil, gold, water, labor, and markets. These are not side effects of empire. These are the reason for empire. Here is the most important things I will say in this entire video. When a rich and powerful government goes to war, the rich people who plan the war do not fight in it. The cost in blood, in money, in broken families, falls on ordinary people, working class soldiers, poor farmers whose village get boomed, and taxpayers back home who found it all. The powerful plan the game, the powerless play it. Let me tell you about a war you think you already know. March 2003. The United States of America invades Iraq. The region given to the world, Iraq has weapons of mass destruction. They are a danger to humanity. We must stop them. No weapons were ever found. The official story calls this a policy failure, a mistake, a bad decision made on wrong information. But let me ask you a different question. Who made money from this mistake? Halliburton, a private American company, received over $39 billion in contracts to rebuild Iraq after it was destroyed. Who was the CEO of Halliburton before he became US Vice President? Cheney, the same man who pushed hardest for the war. KBR, Bastel, Dancorp, Blackwater, hundreds of private companies rushed into Iraq not to help the people, to make profit. The country was boomed. Then these companies were paid billions of American taxpayer dollars to fix what they broke. This is not a mistake. That is a business model. And the Iraqi people, over 6 million civilization died. Conservative estimates say more than a million. Millions were displaced. Entire cities erased. A country that once had one of the highest literacy rates in the Arab world was left in ruin. American soldiers came home broken, PTSD, missing limbs destroyed, their families torn apart. The contractors went home wealthy. Now tell me who failed here and who succeeded. Here is the second trick. Once you understand that powerful groups use war to make money, the next question is obvious. You do ordinary people support these wars? The answer is because they are told a different story. This is called propaganda. and it is not new. Every empire in history has used it. The British said they were bringing civilization to India. The French said they were bringing liberty to Africa. The Americans said they were bringing democracy to Iraq. Same story, but in different costumes. The media plays a very important role here. Major news channels owned by large corporations, funded by advertisers, run by people with powerful friends. They don't lie to you directly. They just don't tell you the full story. They call a war a mission. They call civilian deaths collateral damage. They call billion dollars profits for contractors reconstruction efforts. Language is a weapon. Words are designed to keep you comfortable with the things that should make you angry. When you hear failed policy, ask failed for whom? When you hear national interest, ask whose nation, whose interest? There is a term for this, the dominant paradigm. It means the set of ideas that almost everyone accepts without questioning because those ideas were put into textbooks, newspapers, and televisions by the same people who benefit from them. The dominant paradigm says markets are free, governments help people, wars are necessary evils. The radical view and the honest view say something different. The system is working exactly as designed, and it is designed for them, not for you. Let me let me end with the most uncomfortable truth in this entire story. We are told that poverty is a problem the world is trying to solve, that rich nation want poor nation to develop. That virgin aid is generosity. It is not. For every $1 that enters a developing country, I add over $24 leaves it through debt repayment, tax evasion, resource extraction, and unfair trade deals. The global south, Africa, Latin America, South Asia, West Asia, is not poor because it is underdeveloped. It is poor because it has been systematically drained for 500 years. The accumulation of wealth in a few countries and the spread of poverty across many others are not separate problems. There are same system running exactly as intended. The richest 1% own more than the bottom 50% of all humanity combined. This is did not happen by bad luck. It happened by design, by empires, by wars, by contractor, by debate traps, by propaganda, by the story you were told and the story they hope you would never hear. Someone once said, reality is radical. That means the truth, when you actually look at it, is far more extreme than anything you were taught in your school. You don't have to be a revolutionary to understand this. You just have to be willing to ask the question that the powerful don't want you to ask. What ask? Who profits? Who pays? Who decides? And who never gets to decide? The story you just heard is not a conspiracy theory. It is documented, it is reported, and it is, I hope, real, which I found in my during the study. It is just a story you don't know. Thank you.